broadcast will start soon. Stay tuned. Tonight's 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 broadcast will start soon. Stay tuned.
We on fire. Step up in the party, step up in the party high. We on fire. Right up to the party, right up to the party high. Welcome to the bar. Hey, welcome to the bar. Welcome to the bar. Hey, welcome to the party. Hit 'em up.
Death, Texas, Noel Lemonizer, and a gauntlet out-of-conference schedule. Two highly anticipated seasons off to sluggish starts, but a chance to right the ship. It's the number 8 Lancers, the number 21 Crusaders. I'm Sean Massa, joined by Ryan Mitchell. You're watching Madonna basketball exclusively on the Madonna Athletics Network. These two teams came into the season as some of the most highly anticipated teams in the country, but it hasn't been an ideal start for both teams, both coming off early season losses that very fairly could have just been avoided.
Yeah, and I'd categorize it as more self-inflicted wounds, Sean, especially on the Madonna side of things. The Crusaders shot 33% from the field in the first half and found themselves down 8 with just 3 minutes into the second half. They made a comeback and actually led by 5 with 5 minutes left remaining in the second half, but then went scoreless in the final 5 minutes of regulation. And then in overtime, they shot 1 of 7 from the field. That one made field goal in the final 10 minutes of the game.
And Grace was not much different against a fellow WAC opponent back on Tuesday. The Lancers win in the Grand Rapids. They face a retooled Cornerstone squad. Grace shot 38% from the field in the first half, but get this, 0 of 9 from three-point land. They got it back to a one-possession game with under 2 minutes to go, but a big and one, some big free throws, and the inability to shoot the three ball from the Lancers came back to haunt them.
I mean, you're not going to win many games shooting 16% from 3 as a team. They've made 9 threes on the season as a whole, and while Grace is retooling after last season, if you ask Scott Moore, 16% from 3 in today's game simply cannot happen. Grace is coming off back-to-back losses for the first time since the 2021-22 season. They got to find that three ball, Sean, if they want to turn things around.
It's almost as if you led me right into it. The three ball struggles, not just on the Grace side, but the Crusaders as well. Madonna shooting just 28% from 3 of the team, and the only shooter above 33% on the season right now. Take out the big men who are 1 for 2, and Nicola Sassuolo, Juan Cagelli. It's Brendan Young. Take him out of the equation, Ryan. 23% as a team.
I mean, it's a Crusader team that has proven time and time again they can put the ball in the hoop every single night on the court. The three ball just hasn't been there. But we talked to head coach Noel Emmenheiser before the game. It's not like they're getting bad shots or stepping out of their comfort zones. Right now, the shots just aren't falling. Eventually, you'd think they have to, sooner or later. But right now, it's almost like Dick's Sporting Goods with the lid on the basket.
While the lid's on the basket for the better part of the Crusader lineup, 2 Crusaders have picked up right where they left off, and no one's really surprised at the 2 first-team all-conference selections in 2023-24, who have been everything Crusader fans remember early this year. Start with everyone's favorite Crusader. I think it's your favorite Crusader, Ryan, who's just almost playing with a little more swagger this year.
Yeah, that's B. Young, Brendan Young himself. He just looks confident out there, especially from 3. He's got 19 points, 9 rebounds on 38% shooting from 3 last year. Early this season, just 2 games from the Bernie Holowicki Classic, 15 points per game. Doesn't jump off the page, but played just 20 minutes in their season opener against Goshen. Had 15 and 5, 5 of 9 shooting, 3 of 5 from 3. And in the first half against St. Francis, he was the only Crusader with multiple baskets, had 11 points, 3 from 5 from 3, and was face guarded the entire second half and struggled, but it opened up offensively a little bit from other people in the second half to step up.
The defense focused on Young in that second half, face guarding taking him out of the equation, but they soon learned what happens when teams put all their focus on number 11. Isaac Anderson took over in that second half, 15 points in 14 minutes. He started 6 of 6 from the field, 3 of 3 from downtown. His only miss of the half was on a prayer at the end of the shot clock and near the logo. He just had to turn and fire it.
Yeah, I mean, Isaac was electric that entire second half. It was kind of like the same story with B and with nothing but Isaac was really working. 15 of the 35 second half points. He had 3 of the 4 team three-pointers back in 20. The only other Crusader other than Anderson that had multiple baskets was Amani Weston with 9. But Isaac has been unreal. Just won WAC Defensive Player of the Week. He had 8 steals in that game, Sean.
Those 2 returners do what they've always done on the court, but the problem last season, a key factor to that Sweet 16 run coming to an end in convincing fashion to the College of Idaho, that lack of size outside of Matt McClellan. Coach Emmenheiser hit the portal hard, got a few big names to help out the big man room, but early on, no one has been a bigger addition than Nicola Sasaroga.
Yeah, Cola has been the surprise of the early season so far. 11 points per game, 4 rebounds, shooting 75% from the field. He's been sensational down low for the Crusaders and really making this lineup something that hasn't been in a while, and that's a big man. Last year we saw a lot of Brendan Young at the 4, experiments with Showan Graham at the 4, but this year with the big man room, with Nicola, Matt McClellan, Satchel Love, it's a game changer. It's a game changer, Sean.
We move on to the other side of things. The Lancers made yet another Final Four run and have been a powerhouse the last few seasons especially. 92-15 the last 3 seasons, 66-5 the last 2. But I'm sure every Grace Lancer fan is tired of hearing about this. It's not the same Lancer team as the last 2 years.
It's not, and you're losing 3 of the biggest names possibly in the country, definitely the biggest in the country with the former NAI Player of the Year in Elijah Malone. 2 first-team All-Crossroads guards in Jacob and Cade Gibbs. It's definitely going to be a transition finding the guys to replace them. Might have to be a little bit of money ball. You're not going to get the same production, but who is going to step up? Malone was an absolute monster. You know this. He reports for camp at Colorado Big 12 basketball, Sean, and the Gibbs twins are at Marshall. You can't replace those guys.
As a wise man once said, you can't replace them, but maybe you can recreate them. The Lancers came into the season with a lot of question marks for Scott Moore's team. A lot of questions means a hopeful amount of answers, and it's next man mentality in the words of Scott Moore for a Lancers team that has seen 9 1,000-point scores over the last 5 seasons.
Well, Sean, you can now make that 10 with Ian Scott. Came off the bench for the first 3 years, and he was a huge part of those deep tournament runs. As Scott Moore said in the Lancers preseason article, he's such a unique story. People focus on our senior class last year, which got a lot of attention, but a player like Ian, who is willing to come off the bench is a big reason why we had the success we had. We've never had a 5-man who've been able to trigger our offense the way Ian will this year. That's a bold statement coming from Scott Moore, and I think Ian's going to back it up.
The now senior in his first year starting is lighting it up. You look towards that ever so meaningful freshman to sophomore jump in the landscape of college basketball. The Lancers, they've seen someone make that jump and then some. And I know it's early, Ryan, but they may have found half of an addition to the subtraction of the Gibbs twins.
Yep, and that's Gage Stefton. He's came out of nowhere, at least to no Grace fan. 5 points per game last year off the bench. Sean, this season he's averaging 20, including a game-high 30 and a loss to Cornerstone their last time out. Who knew very well shut down the guards and then some. The 6'5" sophomore guard could be huge for this team this season, who may be a senior with a heavy 7, but the youth is showing out.
What's better than one sophomore jump? That's 2 sophomore jumps. Sefton, the scoring numbers, but Rash has been a much-needed name to add some height to a Lancers team that, quite frankly, lacks in that aspect this year, something that they might not be too familiar of, especially as of late.
Yeah, the 6'7" sophomore has been really good for Grace early often. Battled into that rotation last season, earned some minutes as a freshman on a top team in the nation. Scott Moore said they're really going to rely on him almost this entire season. He stepped up early, 10.7 points per game, 50% from the field. In the forward room for Grace this year could really be scary.
ACCU Arena and big games, they just go together. We'll shoot you aside. Head coach Noel Emmenheiser ahead of the clash with Scott Moore and the Lancers, followed by starting lineups and tip-off live on the Madonna Athletics Network.
Sean Massa joined by head coach Noel Emmenheiser ahead of the game against the number 8 nationally ranked Grace Lancers. Coach, it's the second highest opponent you guys had in this gym ever, number 8 Grace, after number 7 Lords last year. What's that like for you guys as a team now, knowing the quality of opponent you have and the opportunity you have to prove yourself on a national level?
Yeah, great question. We welcome the challenge of playing some of the best competition in the country, and Grace has proven to be that over the last several years. We want to play teams that are capable of being in Kansas City because that's where we aspire to be. So we want those teams to show us if we're fully prepared today or where we need to grow. And so we look forward to that challenge of playing them today and seeing if we can learn from the last 2 times we were out and make some improvements and adjustments.
And then Grace has had some road bumps early on. You guys had a road bump at the Bernie Hollow Classic. What's kind of the mantra, the word going around the locker room right now? You know, you got some good shots up. They didn't necessarily fall in that tournament, and it led to a loss.
Yeah, our focus is on the things that we can control, and you're exactly right. We got great looks from great shooters, and there's no doubt if we get those looks again that they're going to drop. And so, you know, we just trust in the decisions that we make, in quote-unquote the process of things that we can control, and know that in time that'll all fall into place. And yeah, I'm so encouraged. Like, we had some great looks, great opportunities, and in that game it just didn't quite fall.
I'm going to give you one more bit of a curveball here. Guys have played Grace now. This will be the 3rd consecutive year in a row with a different Lancer team, the different Crusader team. What has it been like throughout the years battling with the Lancers?
Yeah, it's a program that's had a lot of national success, and that's what we aspire to. So we seek out the best competition on purpose so that we can measure and strengthen ourselves.
Thank you so much, Coach. That's Coach Noel Emmenheiser talking about the game upcoming here on the Madonna Athletics Network. It's the number 8 Lancers, the number 21 Crusaders, and it's live when we come back.
For the Warriors.
Tried to bite, Willis inside, Euro step, what a shovel pass to Lizzie Mosley. Showtime right there from Kayano Willis, oh my goodness. Oh, 3-pointer from Crone. Can't get the bank to go, rebounded by who else but McQueen. She's got 14 of those, and the Warriors are gonna let it happen. Ticking the clock down, 13.5-point favorites, Rochester Warriors fall to the Crusaders. The first conference victory in a long time. Madness at Madonna here at ACCU Arena. The upset. It's 17:45 remaining here in the second half. 0-0 looking to crack it open. One in the air, the header. It's 1-0. Jan Brun, his 5th of the year. Crusaders sideline erupts. Make it rain, number 8. It's 1-0. What a play. Gomez to Brun. You can't write it any better than that. The perfect window. John Brun is 5th of the year. It's 1-0 Crusaders, 17-43. Dunn up top, under 10, 5 seconds left. Dunn drives inside, forget the dribble, goes to Nunn. He goes baseline, gotta put something up. Young, fadeaway jump shot, bang! Ball game number 11. All-American season bid has started for Brendan Young. 69-67, this game's over. Skies that one in the center field. That one's going back into the chance. Krizik walks it off! Brady Krizik walks it off! He went to the batting cages to practice a little bit, and he nails it out at center field. Brady Krizik says, let's go home. We don't need 11 innings. He walks it off. A solo shot in the bottom of the
Sergeant. You're good. Just settle down.
Devin Jones working on Medi. French over. Lockhart 3. Rebound Medi. Mark Medi history. The all-time rebounds record has fallen. Move over Chris Durker. Mr. Rebound now belongs to Mark Medi, the all-time blocks leader and rebounds leader in Crusader history.
Congrats to Mark. He's been Madonna basketball since 2018.
Brazelton left side, a diving stop in the throw to second in time, and Madonna has swept the championship series here in the WAC tournament. You can see a massive celebration towards third base and the pitcher's mound.
That's the ball game. Final score. Come on, man!
Congratulations, Emily. You guys are going to play for the national championship later this afternoon. You guys worked the long way through the consolation bracket. What does it feel like now to kind of be in the final round?
It's crazy. A lot of people weren't expecting us. We've heard people say that they weren't expecting us, but to be able to do it and to knock down the top teams in the nation, it's insane, and it's going to be a great thing for the school.
Earlier today won the 60-meter dash, trying to do the double. Off they go. Here we go. Men's 200-meter dash final. And Abdul Rashid right on the inside in lane 1. Making a strong case early on. Lane 6 and 7 with Blacknell and Johnson. It's Blacknell right now. On the outside in lane 8, Cunningham. Blacknell, Cunningham, could be Chase Mars or Dante Soul as well. Way too close for my poor eyes to call. So we'll see how this plays out. Not posted it up on the board yet. It's Blacknell from Madonna. He is your national champion in the 200-meter dash. 21:07 is the time. Avion Blacknell. Foul.
Inside, he'll turn and face from John Weston. Coast McClellan's got a Hogan. No look Weston. Swinging on to Anderson. Anderson's been scorching. No matter what, McClellan's back door. What a cut from. They get Gibson back to Young. Young finishes through contact and one. Stay will. Young right strand and transition. Rising. Jump. Play by Almodovar. Anderson down the middle. Anderson rising. Anderson's got 19. 10. Weston rising. Got it! Foul! 1. Foul was 1 of 5. Young back out to Anderson. Anderson shot clock. Anderson shimmies. Anderson shakes. Anderson rises.
Good afternoon, fans. Welcome to Alliance Catholic Credit Union Arena on the beautiful campus of Madonna University for today's matchup featuring the Grace College Lancers and your Madonna University Crusaders. As a Catholic university in the Franciscan tradition, Madonna University believes in putting our values and mission into actions and words. At this time, we ask that you please stand and join us in prayer. In the spirit of St. Francis and Mary our Madonna, let us pray. Lord God, we thank you for bringing us together today and ask that you watch over and guide us. Help the athletes to use their talents to the fullest and to remain injury-free. Help the coaches teach these young athletes not only about the game, but more importantly, putting into practice our value of respect for all people. Help the game officials do their best to enforce the rules and to remain fair at all times. And help the spectators to be considerate of all players, coaches, officials, and each other. Thank you for giving us all the opportunity to put our faith into action today. Amen. At this time, we ask that you please remain standing while we honor our country and those who defend our freedom as we proudly play our Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, sing, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at twilight's last gleaming, whose broad swords and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, birds of gallantly singing, and rockets red o'er thirsty great blue through the night, that wake us still there. Oh, sailors that star-spangled And now, let's introduce you to today's starting lineups, beginning with our visitors in the red, the Lancers of Grace College. Starting forward, the sophomore, number 12, Ian Rosh. At guard, the senior, number 22, Bryson Graber. At forward, the senior, number 23, Ian Scott. At guard, the senior, number 24, Brett Sickafoose. And also at guard, the sophomore, number 30, Dave Shefton. The Lancers are coached by Scott Moore, assisted by Jordan Weidman, Stephen Halstead, and Charlie Warner. We're going to sing one song. And now, let's meet the starting five for your Madonna Crusaders. Starting guard, a senior from Fort Wayne, Indiana, number 0, Isaac Anderson. At guard, a senior from Easter, number 2, Amani Weston. At forward, a senior from Fowlerville, number 11, Morgan Young. At guard, a senior from Troy, 24, Ethan Ocean. And in center, a senior from Canton, number 34, Matthew McClellan. The head coach of the Crusaders is Noel Epmeister, assisted by Ashley Black, Stephen Matthews, Larry Sanders, and John Moore.
Two ships that may be letting water in. One can right, one will continue to sink. The Lancers coming off back-to-back losses for the first time since January of 2022. The Crusaders coming off an upset back on this hardwood from St. Francis. The tip is won by the Lancers, who control early on. It's Ian Rosh up top. He'll leave for Bryson Graber, who operates this offense so well. Scott Moore had certain words for Graber in the offseason. One of the best backcourts in the NAIA in protecting the basketball. They go over to the far side corner for Rosh. Right away inside, left hand just eased by Brendan Young. And on the board early, it's Grace 2-0. This Grace College team, we talked about 2 straight losses. It's a new Grace team after losing Elijah Lone and the Gibbs twins. The Crusaders the same way. Beautiful pick and roll, but McClellan blew the lay off the left side of the iron. Grace through the middle lane will let the offense catch up. They go near side wing, contested 3 over the hand of McClellan, and Grace struggles from 3. You get the big one right there from Sikafus. 5-0 Grace, just like that, 40 seconds in. McClellan on the block, he's all alone. Back out Anderson. Isaac Anderson with the right side screen from Brendan Young. Over to Immersion. The Crusaders have struggled to get scoring early in basketball games outside of Young and Anderson. Young's now on the near side block. He backs down, pivots up with the left, no good. Rebound bouncing around. Grace takes it away. Over a minute in the game, it's 5-0 Lancers early. They operate quickly. No look pass down low and easy bucket for Rosh. It's 7-0 just like that, and you think this is not how you drew it up. Amani Weston up top trying to get the lid off the basket for the Crusaders. McClellan far side for Immersion, who's been a little cold from 3. Over to Young up top, over to Anderson. Under 20 in the shot clock. Anderson on the wing looking for Young on the left side block. Young trying to back down on Sikafus. Young under the basket, picked up his dribble, pivots away. Young underneath, up and under, count that baby, and a foul! The lid off the basket, Brendan Young's on the board with an and one opportunity. Had absolutely nothing he could do under the basket. Brendan Young pivots around and gets by Brett Sikafusu. We talked about this Grace team and the struggles from 3. They're 1 for 1 early. They have made 9 threes all year. You can now put them in double digits. 16% from 3 coming into the year. Brendan Young makes a big time and one conversion to get the Crusaders on the board and end that ugly 7-0 start. Crusaders heavy in the zone, giving the Lancers shooting struggles. They work in the corner up top, open 3, almost taken. They work far side over to Graber. Graber over into the block. That ball stripped away by the Crusaders. Weston got a piece. Jump ball is going to go to the Lancers, but it'll flip the arrow. Oh, no, they flip it. The possession arrow says Lancers, but they flip it to the Crusaders. It wasn't flipped off the bat, so it is Crusader ball after the jump ball. Good tie-up by the Crusaders. Now they operate. Weston trying to put his head down, go to the basket, tries to stutter, shut down immediately. Back out to Immersion. Anderson top of the arc. Trying to snatch back on the left, got a screen from Young. Picked up his dribble, McClellan on the wing. McClellan got his man the jump, trying to go inside at the high block. McClellan turns, got it out to Young before the chair was pulled. Young 10, McClellan faked the 3, goes back to Young, poked away. Young in the corner, catch and shoot 3 ball off the front side of the rim. Rebound on the near end taken by the Lancers. Here's Graber, no look corner, 3 ball release from Sikafus, who got it. 2 for 2 to start from the Lancers. 10-3 start in the first 3.5 minutes, and the Lancers have definitely erased the shooting struggles early. Over Immersion, they tried to jump the pass. Immersion down the lane, he hops, he spins. Anderson up top, he'll release a 3-pointer, got it. Great answer from Isaac Anderson, who in that second half against St. Francis started 3 of 3 from downtown. The first 3-pointer made for the Crusaders in a while. That one over in the corner, still a heavy zone for the Crusaders. Grace has shown shooting ability early. A lot of contact at the block, and they call it travel. Rosh trying to jump into McClellan. Did not get a call. Good defense from Matt McClellan. Nicola Sasaroga will check in for Anderson. Anderson and Young, the only Crusaders with points, 3 apiece. They trail 10-6. Sikafus already with 6 points. Weston down the middle. Weston rises, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Young. It erases that one, and all of a sudden, Grace with the basketball again. This Grace team, we have yet to see Sefton take a shot. Gage Sefton leads the team in scoring, just dropped 30. On Cornerstone, a fellow WAC team looking for a backdoor lob play. Shut down out of bounds, off of Grace. Ian Scott couldn't hold on to it. The pass was just behind him. They tried to have Graber go backdoor and a cut pass lob to Ian Scott, who head coach Scott Moore of the Lancers, not here today, but head coach Scott Moore early in the season said, hey, came off the bench for 3 years. This is a guy we think can be NAIA Player of the Year caliber down low. Adds a certain aspect to the offense at the center position they haven't had ever. Weston inside, got his man the jump, double clutch looking for contact. There was absolutely none. Stripped away by Young and a foul. Uh-oh, Brendan Young picks up his second foul in the first 4 minutes. Not even. He'll come out of the game. Anderson will check back in. That is not good if you are the Crusaders. Young has struggled against Grace his entire career. He's played this team 2 times in back-to-back years. Last season, just an early conference or out-of-conference play like this one. 2 years ago in the round of 32 in the NAIA tournament. Shoots a combined 30% from the field against the Lancers. Over in the corner, snatchback move from Sigerfoos nearly shook McClellan on the perimeter. Now up top, looking for something. Graber, he'll turn and fire off the cue to Ian Rosh, and it's turned over again. That's 5 turnovers already for the Lancers. The Crusaders have to make them pay. Anderson back into the game off a short stint on the bench. They work to Sasaroga, who averages 11 off the bench so far. Under the basket, Sasaroga kicks out Immersion. Immersion fakes the 3, got the bite, goes inside, lane shut down. 12 in the shot clock. Sasaroga hands off Anderson. Left side screen, snatch back, under 10. Anderson spins, free throw line, fade, in and out. Now Grace the other way. Graber wants to go fast. Graber has a 4-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. That ball stripped by Immersion from behind. Anderson starts to rush. He's got Weston, looks off Immersion. Immersion driving on the baseline at the block. Kicks it back out, Sasaroga. Sasaroga to Weston. Weston curls off the left side screen. We'll go back to Sasaroga down low. Crusaders have the size advantage. Sasaroga's been great in the paint. He drops, goes up, double clutch off the glass, no good. Rebound to Amani Weston. Do not reset the shot clock. It's McClellan in the post with 5. McClellan backing down, fades with the right hand, got it. Has a pretty touch on the basket. We haven't seen it much this year so far. Just 2 games in, McClellan gets on the board. Still in that zone for the Crusaders. They crack in the middle free throw line. Under the basket, good close out by Sasaroga. It's thrown off of McClellan and out of bounds. Media timeout on the floor. It's 10-8 Grace, but a 7-0 run is erased by the Crusaders. It's now back to a 1-possession game early. There was scares, but we got a game here at ACCU.
Learn from professors who care about your success.
Prepare to succeed in a life of service to others.
Experience fulfillment in a career you love.
Experience hands-on learning in the classroom.
Prepare for a rewarding career.
My name is Sarah. I'm a nurse practitioner and I'm changing lives.
My name is Brad. I'm a police officer and I'm changing lives.
Madonna University. Learn more at madonna.edu.
Learn from professors who care about your success.
Prepare to succeed in a life of service to others.
Experience fulfillment in a career you love.
Madonna University. Learn more at madonna.edu.
Out of the first media timeout of the game. 14:54 remaining in the first. The Grace Lancers start on a 7-0 run. They're scorching hot, 4 for 4 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3, and it's offsetting their 5 turnovers in the first 5 minutes and 6 seconds of this game. The Crusaders 3 of 9 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. DeGraff checks in the game, the D1 transfer from UC San Diego for the Lancers. They inbound to a moving corner 3 off the side of the backboard, but it's back to the Lancers outside. Anderson fell on the screen. They get it back up top. Good closeout. Shoron Graham also in the game. What a pass under the basket. Gage Sefton may be averaging 20, but he also has some vision underneath. Finds Ian Scott, who's on the board now with his first points. Here's Anderson on the near side wing. He gets the left side screen from Sasaroga. Sasaroga trying to slip. They go back down low, back out to the top. Hands off Anderson. Trying to stutter around the screen. He's collapsed. Sasaroga's open for 3. He's only taken 2 all year. 12 on the shot clock. Sasaroga at the baseline. Far side McClellan. Gotta put something. The Crusaders look for immersion. Touch pass Graham. Graham with 5. He'll rise and hoist and can't get it off the far side. Rebound by the Lancers, who love to move quickly. Stolfoots, near side, looking down low, trying to get McClellan to jump, good closeout, back out Stolfoots. Got immersion, gets by, fades at the blocking, got it over McClellan. Connor Stolfoots on the board. Whistle on the inbound, 14-8, back-to-back buckets just like that, and the Crusaders' struggles continue, 3 of 9 from the field. Grace has only missed 1 shot, 6 of 7 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3. for a team that has struggled from three-point land to get two early on is big for a team's confidence. Immersion off the screen from Sasaroga. Gets the switch he wanted. He has a little bit of space. Sasaroga down low. They collapse. They triple. Sasaroga left hand got it. Doesn't matter for the Serbian big man. He's on the board. 14-10, the Crusaders trying to fight back from the ugly 7-0 start. Still that zone defense for the Crusaders. They beat it. Touch pass corner. Three ball. Got it. 3 for 3. Sikafus has all three of them. Oh my goodness. 17-10 Grace. That 7-0 run the difference. Sasaroga far side. They want McClellan on the block. The Crusaders have the height advantage if they can use it. McClellan spins, turns, drops off the glass and got it. Some of the best footwork in the country down low. Matt McClellan with a pretty bucket. He struggled at the Bernie Holowke Classic. To get Matthew McClellan involved down low early is an emphasis for Noel Emanizer's team. Back up top, Stolfut's far side. It's Sikafus, who already has 9 points, 3 of 3 from three-point land. We've seen opposing guards shoot lights out in this building. He's already doing it. Up and under, double clutch through contact. McClellan trying to get the block from behind. Ian Scott has been magnificent this year, averaging 15.7 early on. Sasaroga head down to the basket, contact, wave it off. Amani Weston will get ready to check into the game. We talked about Grace and their struggles from three-point land as a team. Well, Sikafus is 3 for 3 to start, and he was one of the names that Scott Moore talked about in the preseason article for the Lancers. A big name to get involved. They had a brand new team, no Malone, no Gibbs twins. The first time that's been a thing, and Lord knows how long for the Grace Lancers, who have 15 losses over the last 3 years, but 2 early on. This is the first time they've lost back-to-back games since January 2022. They lost to number 5 IWU and number 19 St. Francis, who just delivered the Crusaders a loss. They inbound to Anderson down the right side. He'll rise from the alley off the front end of the rim, rebounded by the Lancers, and Anderson's going to get a shove in the back. Have to be careful with the fouls if you're the Crusaders. Young already has 2, and that is not the name that you want sitting on the bench in a battle with the number 8 Lancers. With how these two teams' seasons have gone so far, I'd have to imagine the loser of this game will drop significantly in the next poll. And for the Crusaders, there's not much room to drop if you still want a number by your name. Up top, Stolfutz took the screen, goes inside, gathered, but taken away by Anderson. Isaac Anderson averages 5.5 steals a game. He has it now on the left block. He'll go to Weston. Weston to Graham. Showron Graham will settle his feet. Rise and got it. Showron Graham is a little cold from 3 last game against St. Francis and against Goshen especially. We get the big one right there to start out. And a travel's called on the Lancers. This student section got trouble for the game in last year against Shawnee State in the round of 32. They caused havoc for the Shawnee State Bears. Looking to do the same thing for the Lancers today. We talked to Noel Emanhiser before the game. It's the second highest opponent ever in ACC Arena. Number 8 Lancers. Last year, it was the number 7 Lords Grey Wolves. The Crusaders came out on an 11-0 run to start and ended up beating the Grey Wolves. Well, it was a 7-0 run the other way. They've tried to erase it, down by 4. Kajelli settled the screen. Anderson had that poked away. Showron Graham weaves and picks up. Still 20 in the shot clock. Sasaroga Kajelli has had a good start to the season. Tries to spin baseline. Goes near side. Weston, that pass telegraphed by Scott, who will turn and go in a travel. Wow. Spun around the hands of Isaac Anderson, who we talked about it. 8 steals last game against St. Francis. He has 1 early on. The Crusaders had 14 steals between Anderson and Amani Weston in the game and lost. Yes, that was just said. Weston will inbound with 20 on the shot clock. Sasaroga, Showron Graham. Whistle blows, and a foul's called. It goes to Ian Rosh, who picks up his first. No Lancers in foul trouble yet. A question Lancers fans are asking is, when is Justin DeGraff, the 3-year transfer from UC San Diego, make an impact? He's been quiet in the first 3 games. Crusaders go to Sasaroga, who's closed out and fouled. Was tied up on a double team by Hunter Walston, who checked in, the freshman, 6'7", from Noblesville, Indiana. The 4th foul on the team for the Lancers, and the Crusaders will inbound with a fresh 20 once again. 3rd time's the charm. Weston, Sasaroga in the corner, back out Kajelli up top. Kajelli fakes the handoff to Anderson, who was shut down. Now he wants an outlet. He has absolutely nothing. Over the shoulder pass for Anderson's broken up. Good defense by Stolfus. Anderson with 10. Anderson trying to dance. Anderson dancing at the free throw line. Backing down, kicks out Cagelli. Juan Cagelli with 3. He puts his shoulder down and got the charge. 100% of the time that's going to be called a charge. Justin DeGraff let it happen. Picks up the foul on Cagelli. Crusaders still struggling from the field, at least struggling more than Grace. The Grace Lancers have come into this building shooting 8 of 9 from the field, 3 of 3 from downtown to offset their 8 turnovers. Making teams pay off turnovers has not been the Crusaders' bread and butter. St. Francis turned the ball over 21 times in this building, and they still walked away with an overtime win. Anderson collects and got that one out of the hands, but collected by Grace. Pestering zone defense, they're doubling a lot of the perimeter. Raff goes down low, looking for anything on the baseline. Sassaroga defending, back out top. Fake the 3 ball from Scott. He drives inside the floater with the right off the left of the rim at the end of the shot clock. Grace with an offensive rebound, kicked out once again. This is DeGraff. DeGraff down the alley, tries to hop on Sassaroga. Shovels back on the near side Rash. Rash on Cagelli, he'll back down. Hop step fades with the right and got it. Those second chance points can't happen. Right now, Grace out rebounding the Crusaders 9-3. Weston trying to answer, snatch back, block mid-range, jump shot pure. Weston had 9 in the second half against St. Francis and has been everything as advertised after his redshirt year last year. Still a 4-point Grace lead. They kick out near side, fake inside, middle alley, through Shoron Graham. Contact, no call. Rebound poked away off the glass. Weston, headman's Isaac Anderson with the basketball. He rises cross arc past Sassaroga. Nicola Sassaroga poked away, loose ball taken, and nothing but hardwood for Ian Scott, who will throw it down. Back to a 6-point lead. That 7-0 run right now is just looking like the main difference in this half. Weston with the basketball, right side screen, Cagelli rolls. Cagelli shut down, but now get it to him right outside the restricted area. Doubled, Shoron Graham, catch and shoot, top of the arc, no good. Rebound Rush. Stolfoots works through Anderson. They wanted the carry, they won't get it. Near side corner, back out Stolfoots. Stolfoots inside, middle lane with speed. Hop step delivers, double clutch, no good. Good defense from Cagelli on Rush. Anderson got it away from the steal from Stolfoots. He'll rise up through contact off the backboard. Sent back to Indiana by Ian Scott. Now a 2-on-1 fast break. Rises up through contact, count in a foul. Hunter Walston gets on the board. A big and one, a chance to make the lead 9, the largest it's been all night. Media timeout before changes are made and one is converted. It's an 8-point game. The Lancers have come in this building and shot the lights off the roof.
Throughout your life, from big moments to ones well-earned, we're your financial guardian angel. Alliance Catholic Credit Union.
Second media timeout of the half. 9:04 left in the first half. Grace, with the shooting struggles all year, has come into this building and said forget about it. 3 of 3 from downtown, 73% from the field, 11 of 15. The Crusaders are 7 of 17 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. And that all offsets the 8 turnovers by Grace. Free throw coming up by Hunter Walston, the freshman. Just had a big end, one in transition, rose up and got Weston with a free throw. He drains it and rattles it in, and it's up to a 9-point lead. The largest for Grace continues to build. Weston will operate the offense after the foul that converted to a 9-point lead for the Lancers. It's their largest of the game. Satchel Love just checked in. He set a screen for Weston. Weston step back at the elbow off the front side of the rim. Rebound taken away by Walston. Justin DeGraff with on the near side. He'll shovel the Rash. Rash is doubled. He turns and quickly got it out. Operating to the far side, looking for something inside, collecting, going up is Sefton, no good, blew it off the glass. That one is gonna go Grace's way. McClellan and Young will check back in. Brendan Young, if you remember, working with 2 fouls he picked up in the first 2.5 minutes. They inbound up top to DeGraff, Rash. Rash off a screen, up top, Stolfoots down low, looking, stripped by Immersion. Satchel Love will run the floor. Love on the right side, had that alley shut down by Ian Rash. Back out Immersion from outer space connects. You can tell how his game's gonna go from the first 3 ball he releases. Boy, let that one go from Jupiter. Back to a 6-point game. Immersion was 1 of 8 against St. Francis, but everyone knows what he can do. His freshman year shot 37% from 3, but has been cold since. Grace beats Braceline, slip the screen, back up top, fake the 3 near side. That one's shut down by McClellan. Hop step inside, and a block is called on Weston. Weston picks up his 2nd foul as well. The Crusaders don't want to get that starting 5 in foul trouble. Surprised to see him still in, but Anderson will rise off the bench. I'd most likely assume to check in for Amani Weston the next time he can. Gage Sefton will rise and fade. No good off the front side of the iron. Taken away by Weston with speed. Weston leads from McClellan filling the lane. McClellan corner, Young catch and shoot 3 ball. Over a contest. That one's taken away. Good contest in the defense from Walston, the freshman, who's very impressive today for the Lancers. Young with that big and 1, but nothing else offensively. DeGraff double clutch through contact, though. Call Satchel Love for the foul. The question is, when does DeGraff get involved? The 6'7" senior from Hudsonville, Michigan, the UC San Diego transfer for 3 years, was massive at the Division I level. Finds himself in a Grace Lancer uniform. Now part of the big man room, a team that doesn't have anyone listed over 6'7" on the roster, and a team that is looking to replace Elijah Malone down low. That's not easy to do, especially when it's just 6'7" across the board. But Scott Moore's very confident in this team's depth to be able to make up for it. You can't replace a player like Elijah Malone, the 2024 NAIA Player of the Year, first team All-American, All-Crossroads Player of the Year, obviously with the NAIA Player of the Year. But you can't replace him. But in the wise words of a wise man, you might be able to recreate them. It's back to an 8-point lead. DeGraff makes both. Immersion to Anderson on the wing. Anderson, they want McClellan. Immersion slipped the off-ball screen. He'll get a left side screen from Love. They get the change they want. Immersion down low, under the basket, scoop, and no score, but free throws coming up for Immersion. Was sent back to planet Earth on that one. That's a big-time take from Ethan Immersion. Grace is in the single bonus now. The Crusaders nearing. They'll get ready to check in Cannon Hauser for the first time, another freshman. 7 seniors on this Grace team, but a crop of 4 freshmen that their coaching staff is ecstatic about. First free throw from Immersion is string music. They will also bring back Ian Scott, the senior, who come off the bench for 3 years in a Lancer uniform. He's a 1,000-point scorer. Having one of those guys that can come off the bench and just provide you double digits every single night like Ian Scott, take on that role, was a big part of this Lancers run the last couple of years where they reached the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, and the Final 4 in consecutive years. Unable to crack the code of the national championship. Going to be a tall task this year with almost a brand new team, or at least a brand new identity. Scott Moore may not think, but it's a brand new identity with no Gibbs twins and no Malone. Looking good so far today, trying to end the 2-game skid. They haven't endured that in a while. Catch and shoot 3 from the corner for Rosh, no good. Rebound by Satchel Love. He'll settle down the offense. Young, Immersion on the left side alley. Immersion shimmies, shakes, inside, picked up his dribble with the block. Nearly burned Stolfoots. McClellan will shovel to Anderson. Anderson fights around. Anderson drives, baseline, Hezzies rises over to Immersion. Immersion looking for something with 12. Down low to McClellan. McClellan fades, fires, no good. Rebound Young. He'll go up and get blocked, but a foul. It was a late foul call, but I think the crowd might have helped out a little bit as Young was hacked on the offensive rebound. The rebounding issues cannot occur. This game from so far, you look at the Lancers, you say, you're not going to shoot 70% from the field all game. You're not going to shoot 75% from 3. But what you are going to do is right now look at the Lancers out-rebounding the Crusaders 13-6. Young rattles in the first free throw off about 7 bounces off the rim. Crusaders still 1 of 6, their last 6 field goal attempts. It has not been a friendly stretch. Young gets both, and it's back to a 4-point game. The Crusaders are staying pace with the Lancers, who are seemingly making every shot they want right now. Oh boy. Still a zone defense for the Crusaders. See if they ever go back to man-to-man. Still only 4 threes taken by the Lancers since that 3-of-3 start. Down low, gets by the zone, rises from Sefton. Nothing but air. The crowd will let him hear it. Young in transition. Young will step back. He wanted the wing 3-ball. Goes inside, shovels Anderson. Anderson back to Young. Give and go. 3-ball from the left side. No good. Rebound bouncing around. Taken away. Love out of bounds. We'll get it to Young on the middle. Young, immersion, catch and shoot from the Lancer bench. No good. Satchel Love goes up and count it. Flex on him, number 10, Satchel Love arrives. A chance to make it a 1-point game for the first time since 1-0. Oh my goodness, Satchel Love, that's a big man play. It's a 9-2 run in the last 3:08 for the Crusaders. Nicolas Asaroga stole the show in terms of the big man room transfers at the Bernie Holowicki Classic. Well, Satchel Love might have a word to say about it. Big and one off, 2 offensive rebounds in the same possession, and it's a 1-point game. They get it up top, looking for any outlet they can for Sikafus, who made his first 3 shots, hasn't done anything since. They work to the middle of the zone, backdoor cut wide open for Cannonhauser. Back to 3, still a 1-possession game. Satchel Love tried to shimmy on the baseline, was shut down. Anderson, left side screen from McClellan. Good job by Stolfitz to go over it. Now he'll get a right side screen. Stolfitz will let it happen. Anderson to Young. Young shovels, dives against Anderson, sets him a screen. Anderson down the middle. He'll jump past to McClellan. Matthew McClellan from the corner, no good. Rebound long into the corner for Young. 20 more on the shot clock. Ethan Immersion thought about it, goes Anderson. Anderson thought, shimmied, shake, got it. Tie game at 30 with 5 to play in the first half. The Crusaders have fought back big time. They work it through the middle of the zone for Rosh. Rosh collapse, turns, pivots, looking for anything. Got it by Anderson. Good closeout by Immersion. Back out far side. Hauser just had a big time bucket on a cut pass. Far side for Scott. Scott tried a no-look pass, deflected away. Crusaders with speed. Immersion on the left side alley. Thought about it. Young down the left. Hill rise and shimmy and jelly. 32-30, the Crusaders lead for the first time tonight. Timeout Lancers. Oh my goodness. It's a 12-2 run. It's a Crusader lead with 4:32 left in the first half.
Learn from professors who care about your success.
Prepare to succeed in a life of service to others.
Experience fulfillment in a career you love.
Madonna University. Learn more at madonna.edu.
It's a 12-2 Crusader run. It's a 5-0 run in the last 62 seconds. They're 3 of their last 4 from the field, and the Lancers have cooled off a bit. 1 of their last 5, and the Crusaders lead by 2. For the first time tonight, the Crusaders are in the lead. And the problem the entire weekend of the Bernie Holowicki Classic was depth scoring. But today, the Crusaders have counted 8 guys with points in the first half. While it's only a single bucket for 4 of them. 8 people with points. That was a problem for the Crusaders. Where the first half, it was all Brendan Young. The second half, it was all Isaac Anderson. And literally nothing else worked. The Lancers now play from behind for the first time tonight. How do they react? Have not played behind since the Cornerstone game. Rosh drives inside. Got over Love. A beautiful clutch to the left. It's back to a tie game. Breaks up the scoreless drought of a minute 30 seconds. Shoron Graham down the middle alley. He'll hit the brakes at the elbow. Young shimmies off the right side screen. He tries a snatch back on Rosh. Lost his footing, kept the ball. Goes back out to Graham. Graham with 15 over to Satchel Love in the corner. He'll cut. Love on the post. Love looking for Immersion. He's got Immersion. Loose ball taken away by the Lancers. Lancers with a chance to take the lead right back. Here's Sikafus. Had the first 9 points for the Lancers, was electric from 3. Here he is with the basketball. He rises, and God, no. Looked perfect out of the hand. That ball might have been deflected. He finally misses a 3. Sasaroga on the block has a heavy mismatch. Tried to kick out to Anderson for 3. Anderson settles now. He'll rise. Thought about it. No good. Swirls in and out. 3.5 to go in the first. Still tied at 33. Both teams in the single bonus. It's Graber. Graber got by Anderson. Goes to the corner over the hand of Graham. Free ball from DeGraff. No good off the front side. Sefton trying to tip it back in. It's put up and in by Rosh. Got a box out. The rebounding struggles continue. Still being out-rebounded. Immersion with a screen from Sasaroga. Pick your poison, goes left. Sasaroga picks the pocket. Down low, looking for Immersion. Good breakup from Rash, and it's 34-32. Grace with a chance to make it a 2-possession game again. Far side pass, Sikafus wide in the corner. He got it. Oh my goodness, he's got 12. Timeout called. 37-32, and the Crusaders scoreless in the last 2. The Lancers have 7 of them. They lead by 5.
Throughout your life, from big moments to ones well earned, we're your financial guardian.
Out of the break. Under 3 to go in the first. Immersion leads the way up court. Shimmies the defender. He rises from the elbow. No good on the jumper. McClellan trying to charge. He'll stay with the Crusaders. It's tipped off of, I believe they say, Ian Scott. See what the Crusaders can draw up. They're scoreless the last 2:02. Still ice cold from 3-point land. Immersion to Anderson on the near side wing. Anderson wants McClellan right at the free throw line. He's got McClellan. McClellan wants an outlet. He'll instead go to work on Scott. Picked up his dribble, turns, fades, and got it. Matthew McClellan's disgusting in the paint. He's got 6. Back to a 1-possession basketball game. Everything we painted this game out to be, it's been. Touch pass corner, Sikafus, heat check, got it. Oh my goodness, he's 5 of 6. Trying to answer, Immersion driving on the baseline. He'll shovel back out to McClellan. It's stripped away. McClellan got a hand and gets the foul. Not sure about that one, but they get the foul call, and Bryson Graber will go to the free throw line, up by 6. Graber is one of the guards that Scott Moore talked about for this Lancers team and said, hey, listen, it's an underappreciated part of this team and this culture. We built this foundation, having the guards that take care of the basketball. He gets the first in the front end of the 1-and-1 to trail in. This is a backcourt with Graber leading the way that just takes care, does their job facilitating the offense, and it's such a good part, an underrated part of this Lancer team and the success they've had over the years. It's a foundation that you have as a program to keep building around, and it's back to an 8-point game. 12-2 run in the last 2.5 minutes for the Grace Lancers. Immersion on the far side wing, tries to shake right, goes behind the back to shake left, now pivots away. Shoron Graham up top, couldn't collect the pass cleanly. Sasaroga up top now, looking for an outlet, wants Anderson. Anderson slipped down the center alley, he'll rise and jam! Oh my God! The Lancers trying to go fast to offset the gym that just exploded from Isaac Anderson. DeGraff closed out back up top. No look pass underneath, that'll do it. Oh my goodness, Bryson Graber. Finds Ian Scott, it's still an 8-point game. Maybe this crowd wakes up, maybe the Crusaders wake up offensively after Anderson throws it down, puts someone on a poster. Sasaroga's doubled, kicks out McClellan on the wing. Touch pass Immersion, has no hesitation, can't get the bucket. Rebound poked away, out of the hands, but Scott takes it away. 1:05 to play in the half. Back up top, Anderson tried to swipe it, taken away, 5-on-4, closed out, backdoor cut, Sefton rises! Got the charge, Sasaroga with a beautiful play. Risky, almost a 3-point swing. The 6'5" Gage Sefton rose up and just took the contact. Sasaroga, beautiful job to take the charge, erased a potential three-point play to keep it a single-digit Grace lead, 44-36. Immersion with the basketball with under a minute to play. 50 on the dot. 30-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Immersion, double screen, picks his poison. He goes left over to Sharon Graham. Back out Immersion. 12 on the shot clock. The Satchel Love. Love with a long mid-range. Thought about it. Now goes inside. Right-hand hook. Got it. Satchel Love's got 5 points. 2-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Excuse me. Turn it off. The Lancers let it roll. Shot clock turned off with 22 seconds. 6-point Lancer lead. They want that or more in the locker room. What do they have drawn up here? Just at the logo, wasting time. They go back up top. It's Bryson Graber, shocker facilitate. He'll go in, rise from the elbow, got it. Off the backside, 5 seconds to go. Anderson on the inbound. Anderson with 8 seconds. Anderson 1 second, 8-point game, three ball, no good. It's 46-38 at half. The Crusaders cool off, had the lead snatched right back by Grace, who goes on a count it 16-6 run to end the half. 8-point lead for number 8 Grace over number 21 Madonna on the Madonna Athletics Network. Second half action when we return.
For the Warriors.
Tried to bite, Willis inside, Euro step, what a shovel pass to Lizzie Mosley. Showtime right there from Kayana Willis, oh my goodness. Oh, three-pointer from Crone. Can't get the bank to go. Rebounded by who else but McQueen. She's got 14 of those, and the Warriors are gonna let it happen. Ticking the clock down. 13.5-point favorites. Rochester Warriors fall to the Crusaders. The first conference victory in a long time. Madness at Madonna here at ACC Arena. The upset. It's 17:45 remaining here in the second half. 0-0 looking to crack it open. One in the air, the header. It's 1-0. John Broon, his 5th of the year. Crusaders sideline erupts. Make it rain, number 8. It's 1-0. What a play. Gomez to Broon. You can't write it any better than that. The perfect window. John Broon is 5th of the year. It's 1-0 Crusaders, 17-43. Dunn up top, under 10, 5 seconds left. Dunn drives inside, picking the dribble, goes to Nunn. He goes baseline, gotta put something up. Young, fadeaway jump shot, bang! Goal game number 11. All-American season bid has started for Brendan Young. 69-67, this game's over. Skies that one in the center field. That one's going back into the chance. Krizik walks it off! Brady Krizik walks it off! He went to the batting cages to practice a little bit, and he nails it out at center field. Brady Krizik says, let's go home. We don't need 11 innings. He walks it off. A solo shot in the bottom of the 10.
You're good, just settle down.
Devin Jones working on Medi. French over, Lockhart 3. Rebound Medi, Mark Medi history. The all-time rebounds record has fallen. Move over Chris Durker. Mr. Rebound now belongs to Mark Medi, the all-time blocks leader and rebounds leader in Crusader history.
Congrats to Mark. He's been Madonna basketball since 2018.
Brazelton left side, a diving stop, and the throw to second in time. And Madonna has swept the championship series here in the WAC tournament. You can see a massive celebration towards third base and the pitcher's mound.
That's the ball game. Final score. Come on,
Congratulations, Emily. You guys are going to play for the national championship later this afternoon. You guys worked the long way through the consolation bracket. What does it feel like now to kind of be in the final round?
It's crazy. A lot of people weren't expecting us. We've heard people say that they weren't expecting us, but to be able to do it and to knock down the top teams in the nation, it's insane, and it's going to be a great thing for the school.
Earlier today won the 60-meter dash, trying to do the double. Off they go. Here we go. Men's 200-meter dash final. And Abdul Rashid right on the inside in lane 1. Making a strong case early on. Lane 6 and 7 with Blacknell and Johnson. It's Blacknell right now. On the outside in lane 8, Cunningham. Blacknell, Cunningham, could be Chase Mars or Dante Soul as well. Way too close for my poor eyes to call. So we'll see how this plays out. Not posted it up on the board yet. It's Blacknell from Madonna. He is your national champion in the 200-meter dash. 21:07 is the time. Avion Blacknell. Foul.
Inside, he'll turn and face the shot. Weston coast. McClellan's got a Hogan. No look. Weston swinging on to Anderson. Anderson's been scorching. No matter what, McClellan's back door. What a cut from. They get Gibson back to Young. Young finishes through contact and one. Stay will. Young right brand and transition. Rising. Jump. Play by Almodovar. Anderson down the middle. Anderson rising. Anderson's got 19. 10. Weston rising. Got it! Oh, one! Mullen was 1 of 5. Young back out to Anderson. Anderson shot clock. Anderson shimmies. Anderson shakes. Anderson rises. Second half action set to get going in a couple of minutes here at ACCU Arena. If you're just now joining us, you missed an interesting first half. It was a 7-0 run to start by the Grace Lancers. They are shooting the lights out of this building. They started 8 of their first 9 from the field and 4 of their first 4 from 3. They are shooting 64% from the field, 18 of 28, 5 for 8 from downtown. All 5 of those makes are from one man, Brett Sikafus, who is 5 of 6 from 3. He has not made a shot other than that, and he does not have a single stat other than that. Just 15 points, nothing else across the board. Just simply put, shooting the lights out of ACC Arena. For the Crusaders, it was the opposite. 41% from the field, 14 of 34, 28% from 3, 4 of 14. Isaac Anderson was 2 of 4. Ethan Immersion was 1 of 3. Shoron Graham is 1 of 3. Other than that, Brendan Young, the main shooter of his team, 43% coming today from downtown. Had his hand taped in that first half. It's off, but he looked very uncomfortable. He was 0 of 3 from three-point land, 2 of 6 from the field. Ethan Immersion had that big, I'd say about 35-foot 3 from well in front of the logo, just in front of the Crusader head at midcourt. That no one knew why he took, but went through nonetheless. But the Crusaders end the half on a 6-16 run in favor of Grace. They were 1 of their last 8 from 3. Grace made 5 of their last 6 free throws. Crusaders took the lead 32-30. Grace called time. After that, now we stand at 46-38. It just flipped a script. The momentum went away for the Crusaders, and now it stands in red and black. 20 minutes left for a team trying to right the ship on both ends. Grace has looked to one man to right the ship. Sikafus with 15 leads the way. Rash with 10. Ian Scott has a quiet 8, 4, and 3 with a steal and a block. The Crusaders pretty balanced all around, but gotta get going. Anderson with 8, Young with 7, McClellan with 6, Immersion and Satchel Love with 5. Other than that, it's a single bucket from Shoron Graham, Amani Weston, and Nicola Sass-Aroga. Gotta get the big men involved if you're the Crusaders. The height advantage favors the gray, blue, and yellow. But you gotta get something going. Grace shot lights out in that first half. Their largest lead in the game is as it stands. The Crusaders have led for 2.1% of this game. They trail by 8 at the half. Early on, it's Grace with the basketball. It's Rush on the near side. He'll hand off up top. Graber looking for anything, goes inside, hops on Weston, floats it in. Didn't look comfortable, but it goes inside the basket. The 10-point Lancer lead. They start off with a make. McClellan on the trail up the middle lane. He looked for Immersion and shut down. Young in the corner. He wants a 3-ball. Nowhere close. Did not look comfortable. He is absolutely cold. 0 for 4 from 3. Not characteristic for Brendan Young. If he's not going, will the Crusaders get buckets? Inside, Rosh has a mismatch on Immersion. The 6'7 forward rises up. Double clutch. No good. Rebound, Young. Got to find a way to impact the offense and the defense if you're Young. That isn't three-point shooting if it's not going to go in. He's trailing. Anderson, wing, touch pass, corner, Immersion for 3. Connects. If he gets going, you have a chance. You need to make threes, and Ethan Immersion's 2 of 4. He's made his last 2. Back to a 7-point game. Graber up top, closed by McClellan. Slip the screen down low, Scott. He rises. Foul is called on Young, his 3rd of the game. He had 2 in the first 2.5 minutes. It forced him out early, but you're not going to be able to pull the plug and take him out. In a game where you're trailing to the Grace Lancers. They work into the corner to Sikafus, who was 5 of 6 from three-point land in the first. They hand off Sefton, who has space, goes up through McClellan. Late foul called on Sefton. He got a hand in McClellan's face, who's shaken up behind the basket. They'll call it an elbow to the face. Sefton picks up his 3rd foul of the game. McClellan appears to be okay as changes are made for Sefton, who picks up his 3rd foul of the game. Hunter Walston will check in. He was a story at a big time and 1 in the first half. The freshman looked really good. 1 of 2 from the field and, of course, converted that and 1 opportunity. I guess the bright side for the Crusaders. You can't shoot much worse, and Grace really probably can't shoot much better from 3. Young on the baseline, wanted the baseline, goes underneath McClellan. They switched, gave him time. McClellan up and under, got the foul. Pats his chest and said, I don't know what I just did. I don't even know. I've never seen Matthew McClellan make that up and under jelly move under the basket, but he'll go to the free throw line trying to get it back to a 5-point game. McClellan with 6 points in that first, was 3 of 6 and is 0 for 1 from 3. Second team all-conference last season, averaged 12.6 rebounds. First free throw rattles out. If you're the Crusaders, this has to be the battle you win. If you're not going to outshoot Grace from the field, you have to get to the line. They only got to the line 6 times in the first. Grace got to the line 5. McClellan gets 1 of 2 at least and gets some points on the board. 42-48. 90 seconds into this half. Graber up top, he'll give and go to Scott. Graber on the left side alley, has a step on Weston, but blew the way. It was a sitting duck in a campfire, but Immersion comes up with it. Scary. Anderson transition, cross arc, fake. We'll go up to Immersion up top now. Immersion trying to drive down the right side alley. He'll rise and jelly it in. Ethan Immersion, they start respecting the 3. He goes inside, he's got 10. Back to a 4-point game. They work it down low to Ian Scott. Cross arc. Graber has a 3-ball. No good. Rebound poked away by Ian Scott. Back up top. Sikafus thought about the 3-ball, didn't want it. Near side, Scott against McClellan on the perimeter. They go inside to a mismatch. Immersion inside on Walston, the freshman. No good on the layup. Immersion takes it away. With speed, Immersion picks up his 3rd board, already has 10. Goes on the left side, veers under the basket. Curls out. Anderson, fake the 3, drives inside, kicks out Immersion. He'll try to drive inside. Looks for McClellan on the backside block. McClellan on the left. Chair was pulled, goes up, got it. It was a panic effort. It's back to 2. Timeout, Grace. But, if you're the Crusaders, this is crucial. The last time you were within 2 points, Grace called time. It was a 16-6 run the other way. Media with 17:23 to play in this one. It's a nail-biter at ACCU.
Throughout your life, from big moments to ones well earned, we're your financial guardian angel. Alliance Catholic Credit Union.
Out of the timeout. It was an 8-point Grace lead at half. The Crusaders are on an 8-0 run, and they have it back to 2. Grace has the basketball, and the last time they called a timeout after a Crusader run to cut the lead to 2. It was a 16-6 Grace run. That can't happen if you're in gray and blue. If you're in red and black, you're hoping it does. Grace possesses the basketball out of the break. It's Bryson Graber. Graber's been fantastic today for the Lancers. He's stripped by Weston. Nothing but hardwood to tie the game. Contact, got it! They wave it off. No way! No way! They say he got him before he went up. It erases an and 1 in transition to take the lead. Oh my God! And Noel Emenheiser is livid. There is no way. Weston will go shoot 2 free throws. So they say it was during the shot, but the and 1 doesn't count. literally speechless. We look up at it, and Weston will go to the line for 2. They say McClellan touched the rim was the call on the putback attempt, as it looked like it was going to spin off the rim. You can't change the call. But Weston says forget about it. It's tied anyways. 2 for 2 from the charity stripe, and we have a 0-0 ball game with 17 minutes to play. Bryson Graber operates. Grace trying to break up the 10-0 Crusader run. Graber, backdoor lob, mistimed the jump, was rash. He's trapped under the basket, tried to get it out. Weston pokes all the way back to the other side of midcourt. 15 seconds on the shot clock. He's pestering Graber, who gets space. Graber inside, left shoulder down. Rebound, Young in the miss layup off the glass. Now Immersion with speed. Immersion trying to go all alone. Picks up his dribble at the free throw line to Young. Wide open floater, no good. Out of bounds, goes Grace's way. Sassaroga will check into the ball game. And the Crusaders put Brendan Young on the bench. 2 of 8 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3 from your best player, and you're tied. You gotta love it. And you gotta think to yourselves, you control momentum in this building. Up top, Stolfitz had a deep 3, instead goes inside. Rash trying to work on McClellan, he can't get to it. Good drop pass back to Rash. Through the middle lane, gets by McClellan, wave off the shot attempt. It was on the floor. We'll go to the baseline. Then I believe McClellan is going to be calling for the foul, which will be a second. Grace will inbound under the basket. They work up top to Ian Scott. Scott, near side, looking for Rosh. Rosh trying to dance on Sassaroga. He gets a switch with Weston, who's pestering back out to the corner. Back up top on the near side for Walston. Walston works up top. They go far end, Sikafus. Sikafus poked away by Anderson. Loose ball picked up. Back to Sikafus. He's open from 3, and he can't miss. 51-48, Grace back on top. Weston shimmies, goes inside. Jelly roll off the basket. Rebounded by Scott through contact. Scott no look pass near side. Walston rises, sent back to Indiana by Immersion. He'll go with speed. Prayer to Weston, back behind the back to Anderson. Pretty pass, pretty shot, pretty finish. Oh my goodness. The Harlem Globetrotters are disguised in gray. 51-51, we're back to a tie game. They work it inside, trapped under the basket, and a foul's called on the floor. Oh my goodness, what did we just see from this team? Ethan Immersion with a chase down block. Prayers it over to Weston, caught it in midair, landed before he landed, dropped it back to Anderson. And we're tied at 51, he makes the 3. Couldn't tell you. Under the basket, they look inside. They want the big man down low. It's Rosh. He's working on Sassaroga. Sassaroga, whistle blows. I think he'll get the foul. Sassaroga picks up the foul. Shoran Graham will check into the ball game for Ethan Immersion, who has been insane. 10 points on 50% from the field, 50% from 3, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block. My goodness. And give him the hockey assist on the Isaac Anderson 3 that tied it up at 51. It's Scott. Scott, hands off up top, Rash on the screen. He'll get the switch, he'll rise with the fade, and got it. Over the hand of Satchel Love. Tough shot from the sophomore. Grace back in the lead of the seesaw battle. Here's Weston, down low to Graham on the block. He'll veer out Sassaroga. Sassaroga off a screen, got the switch. Sassaroga inside, had the chair pulled, kicks it back out to Anderson. Anderson, Shoran Graham. Weston jabs, Weston fakes, pulls back, goes over down low. That ball's poked free from Satchel Love by Ian Scott. Beautiful defensive play by Grace. They look to extend the lead. Near side, Rosh, travel. Oh my goodness, take a breath. This game is amazing. Timeout is called with 14:54. It's a media 53-51 the score. Grace on top, but the Crusaders have made it a bit interesting at ACCU.
Learn from professors who care about your success.
Prepare to succeed in a life of service to others.
Experience fulfillment in a career you love.
Madonna University. Learn more at madonna.edu.
All right, ready, record. 2,
1, start record.
Madonna University's one-of-a-kind broadcast and cinema arts program prepares you for success. Gain hands-on experience from professors who have worked in the industry. Work in a close, team-driven environment to create high-quality video. Network with industry professionals and gain valuable connections for your future. Come learn and create with us here at Madonna University.
One bench might be electrified and one may not. One has the lead and one doesn't, but I can guarantee they're not the same. The Crusaders are on a heck of a run. Grace still possesses the lead, but it was an 8-point lead at half and 5:06 in to the second half. The first media has called it as a 2-point game. Crusaders possess the ball. Weston with the basketball in the lead up court. The Crusaders have been electric out of the break and have really tried to work back. They kick it to the corner for Anderson. He fakes the three, snatch back off the near side of his heel. Back out to Love. They avoid a turnover. Sassaroga fakes the handoff to Shoron Graham. Look for the backdoor cut as Anderson. Anderson up top with 12. He'll snatch back at the left side. Now goes back, shakes his man, goes up. Jellies with the right. Can't get the bounce. Rebound taken away by Ian Scott. It's Stolfoots on the far side lane. Numbers for Grace if they want it. They touch it to the corner. Fake the three ball inside was Justin DeGraff. DeGraff trapped outside. They go up top. Stolfoots has the mismatch on Satchel Love. They have down low. They get the switch. DeGraff is still guarded by Weston. They're looking to get Shoron Grant on him, but back to a man for the Crusaders. Now they get the switch and get what they want. 5 on the shot clock. Got to put something up. They fake the handoff. 5 down low. 4. Stolfoots inside over the hand of Sassaroga. Got it. 4-point Grace lead. Weston with the basketball on the right side. Crusaders now scoreless in the last minute 45. Over to Shoron Graham, down low Sassaroga. The Crusader offense has been very streaky today. Sassaroga has been a little quiet today, shut down main of the post. He goes up with the left and says, shut up. I'll have to show Nicola that clip right there. I'm talking about him, and he says, you know what, no, I'm going to take a bucket. Back to a 2-point game. Walston on the far side. He's pestered by Shoron Graham. Weston tried to bite. Now Numbers into the corner. Sikafus missed a 3-ball. Yeah, I'm shocked. He's 6 of 7 before that one. Now a chance. Crusaders trying to tie it up. Weston near side. Right in front of the bench, Anderson goods it out to Shoron Graham, trying to fight through. Taken away by Walston, the freshman. Walston, backdoor. Scott will rise and jam. Isaac Anderson dunked on somebody. It's taken away the other way by Walston. Or by Ian Scott, 4-point game. Weston trying to work quickly. He's trapped and a foul is called. Thought they were going to get him for a travel. The chair was pulled. They call the foul on Connor Stolfoots instead, and a line change for the Crusaders. Emerging McClellan and Young. .12:52 to go here in the second. Grace back up top by 4. They have been scorching from the field as of late. They started cold, gave the Crusaders a chance to get back in the game. Love wanted to go Young, had it shut down. Now it's Immersion with a left side screen from McClellan. Immersion cuts right at the elbow. Immersion picks up his dribble, hails to McClellan inside. Has a mismatch on Stolfoots inside. McClellan chair pulled, lost his footing, goes up, double off the glass, count it, and won that. McClellan get the big time bucket. A chance to make it a 1-point game. They pulled the chair from McClellan. He kept his footing, went up, double clutch off the left side of the glass. And it's 57-55. McClellan has 11 points on 5 for 8 from the field. McClellan has 12, and it's a 1-point game with 12.5 minutes to play. Secondary scoring for the Crusaders has saved them today. McClellan has a game high of 12 for the Crusaders. Emergent has 10. It's a quiet Brendan Young experience today. They looked for the cut on the lob. It's going to be a deep 3 from Stolfoots, who got it. That's the first Lancer to make a 3 not named Brent Sikafus. Emergent trying to dance and answer. He'll go baseline. He hops, collects, kicks out to McClellan. Back out to Weston up top. Weston shimmies, left side, hop step inside, backdoor McClellan. Got it! Back-to-back in ones for Matthew McClellan. Ian Scott picks up the foul. And Matthew McClellan trying to make it a 1-point game again. Grace is not happy with that call, but Matt McClellan, the big-time double clutch lay again, this time from the right side of the basket. He has 14. He has 15. Free throw took 7 lucky bounces, and it's back to a 1-point game again. 12 minutes on the dot remaining. We tick down. It's Gage Sefton back into the game, working with 3 fouls for Grace. Stolfoots just made a big-time 3 from the right side of the arc. Now drives inside, kicks back out on the screen. Scott picks, got it! Grace continues to shoot the lights out of the building. It's 63-59. Young got the man the jump, goes inside off the glass and got it. Gotta get Brendan Young going if you want a chance in this one. He finally has another bucket. Stolfoots with the basket. He goes inside, kicks out. Scott just made a big 3. He thought about it again. McClellan did not respect it and jump. Sefton drives inside, spins, turns, goes up, the foul. Just kind of got tripped up with the feet of Matt McClellan, who picks up foul number 3. Sefton has been quiet, to say the absolute least. He's still scoreless today. He'll get 2 shots right here. But 0 of 3 from the field, 4 rebounds for the leading scorer for Grace coming the day with 60 points through his first 3 games.
Crusader foul 34, Matthew McClellan, his 3rd. Team has 5.
Sefton gets the first, and he's finally on the board. Quiet day for Gage Sefton, the 2 leading scorers for these teams. Sefton and Brendan Young having very quiet games, but very different games at that. Now the Crusaders with McClellan. He'll hand off to Young. Young at the elbow will pivot away. Goes inside to McClellan. McClellan restricted area, shoulder down, looking to pivot. Goes immersion. He'll catch and shoot from the right side and got it. Ethan Immersion, have a day. He's on fire, and the Crusaders are back to 1 again. Keeping pace with the Lancers. Loose ball taken by who else? But it's taken away right back by Sefton. Sefton 4-on-2. Sefton backdoor, goes under the freshman and 1. Walston and 1 to answer. Grace back up by 3. Immersion will pick up a foul, his 2nd. Both teams were cold. Both teams are now scorching hot. Unreal. Hunter Walston has made 2 and 1s. He can't convert that one. He stays at 5. It stays a 1-possession game. Weston, Immersion, they want it quickly, was shut down. Shovels to Young, got the fake on the 3, goes inside, it's stripped away. Loose ball tripped up, Young kicked it away. And Grace comes up with a loose ball out of bounds. That should go Madonna's way. They're pointing. I think they're going to give it to Grace. They will. Noel Emenheiser adamant that's Crusader basketball. Ian Rosh will lead away. 10:30 and change the play in this one. It's 67-64. The game of the day in the NAIA is here at ACCU Arena. It's Stolfoots up top. Anderson getting ready to check back in for the Crusaders, along with Sasaroga. Sefton, right side screen, had it slipped away. Stolfoots up top. Beautiful backdoor cut pass. Rosh rises, no good. Rebound taken by Love. Immersion with speed on the right. He settles with pace. Left side screen goes right. He's trapped. Immersion baseline under the basket, no good. Not a smart take from Immersion, who is hot today, but not a good shot selection. 10 on the dot. We're exactly halfway through. It's a 3-point Grace lead here in the second half. Stolfoots, far side. Rosh going in on McClellan. He settles under, trapped away by Weston, foul called. Weston will pick up the foul. Media timeout on the floor with 9:51 to play. It's 67-64 Grace. The back and forth battle continues. It's going to be a match of who misses first, because right now the answer is none of the above. 9:51, 3-point game here in the second half.
Learn from professors who care about your success.
Prepare to succeed in a life of service to others.
Experience fulfillment in a career you love.
Madonna University. Learn more at madonna.edu.
.9:51 to play at ACCU, 67-64. Grace on top. The track meet continues. The Crusaders are scorching in this half. The Lancers are not as hot, but still scorching. 50 from the field, 60 from three, 64 from the field, and 75 from three. Free throw, no good. Rebound taken away by Satchel Love. It's back to a three-point game. Grace wanted to travel. They won't get it. Weston leads the way offensively. Over to Immersion. Immersion on the wing, looking up top. Has Anderson. Anderson near side Young. Left side screen from Love. Love rolls. Love goes up. Love double clutch and one. Count that baby in a foul. Satchel Love has arrived at ACCU. Trying to tie the game up at 67 apiece. Oh my God. He was quiet at the Bernie Hockey Classic, and Satchel Love today has been nothing short of spectacular. We're tied at 67. We have a 0-0 game with 9:36 to go. Oh my God. The track meet continues. Stolfoots, left side screen, good closeout by Satchel Love. Now the Crusaders scrambling defensively. It's a mid-range jump shot, it's perfect from the D1 transfer, Justin DeGraff. Wide open on the block, it's like just practice for him at that point. Immersion cuts through three defenders, goes for Young. Young one-on-one, he spins. Young in the block, hops, spins again, got it with the right. Oh my goodness! He's in double digits. That's 4 Crusaders in double digits. Up top, Stolfoots near side for Sefton, who's been semi-quiet today. He hands off, looking for Rosh. Rosh on Sassaroga, he'll turn, put up the shot, no good, but he absorbed a foul, will go to the line. Both teams are in the single bonus with 8:52 remaining. It's going to be a very interesting finish to this ball game. The game of the day in the NAIA is here at ACCU, and it has not disappointed a single bit. There was times in that first half where I thought to myself, maybe Grace is going to blow them out. Grace looks really good, and the Crusaders can't buy a bucket, but they've been able to keep pace. They've been able to fight back every time. Right now, my goodness, I don't think either of these teams could miss if they tried. Rash goes 1 for 2 with a 70-69 lead for the Lancers. 8:45 to play. Anderson on the far side wing. Anderson with a back set screen from Sassaroga, back out to Young. Young will hand off for Immersion, give him space with the screen. Immersion off the front side. Rebound taken away by the Crusaders. Anderson under the basket, double clutch, got it from Satchel Love. Crusaders on top for the first time in a long time, 71-70. Sefton trying to take the lead right back, and a whistle blows. Foul called on Isaac Anderson, who picks up foul number 2. Once again, the single bonus, so Sefton will go to the line. 8:26 remaining in this ball game. It's an absolute classic at ACCU. We painted this game out to be insane. It's been insane. And you knew that both these programs were going to be a little anxious to get back out there and shoot the lights out after the losses. Cornerstone for Grace and St. Francis for Madonna. Games that probably both of those teams should have won. Receiving votes, Cornerstone is not an easy team with Kim Elders. St. Francis looks insane this year. They play tonight against Rochester Christian. That's a game that the entire NAIA should also keep track of after this one, because this is 2 of the best teams in the country. Immersion fakes, baseline, Immersion absorbs, goes up and is sent back to planet Earth. Rebound, Sasaroga on a foul called. He'll go to the line. Immersion under the basket, went up, wanted contact. He got contact, he got a lot of it. No call, but a good offensive board by Sasaroga to keep it alive. He goes to the line for the front end. Sefton picks up foul number 4. Sasaroga gets the first, and we're tied at 72 again. Brett Sikafus has just checked back into the game. I think every Crusader fan is holding their breath, and every Lancers fan is thanking the Lord because Sikafus has 18 on 6 of 8 from 3. He's only taken 1 shot inside the arc. Aaron Dolney-esque for Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference fans. Back up top for the Crusaders. 2 for 2 for Sasaroga. He's got 6. Stolfutz leads the way with 8:10 to play. 73-72 Crusaders lead. But it's been back and forth the entire time. Near side, Scott fake the pass inside, will go back up top. It's Sikafus for 3. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, can he miss a shot? McClellan basket, Immersion wide open, layup, a miscue. We're tied at 75. Immersion's got 15. Stolfutz, Scott, hand off to Stolfutz, miscommunication up top. DeGraff's wide open, top of the arc. He'll let it fly. No good off the front side. Trying to get it to Young in transition, stripped away by Stolfutz. Sikafus thought about it. Stolfutz back down low into the post. Rosh working on Young. Rosh has the advantage, 3 inches in the height department, and a foul's called. Who is it going to be on? This is important. Both have 3. It's McClellan. He's got 4. Double bonus for Grace. Crusaders are nearing that, but still a little bit to go. Satchel Love will get ready to check in for McClellan, who has 15 points on the night. Free throws good from Rosh, who now has 14 points. 3 Lancers are in double digits, and it's the 3. It's 2 of them that you expect, and then 1 of them with Sikafus, who has just shot literally the lights out of ACCU. 7 of 9 from 3 is not good in the aspect of the Crusader fan. In the aspect of a Lancer fan, it's insane. Long rebound, Sikafus thought about it. Good pass on the slip. DeGraff on the near side. 20 on the shot clock is down to 15. Stolfutz has collapsed, goes up top. Good touch pass down low. DeGraff's wide open and a bucket. What a pass from Ian Scott, 78-75. Here's Anderson. Anderson on the right side wing. He'll veer back towards the middle. Anderson picked up his dribble to Satchel Love, and a foul's called on the floor on Grace. That's going to be free throws. They are in the bonus. They pointed to the floor and pointed to the baseline, but it will be free throws coming up, 78-75. 1 and 1 on the front side for Sasaroga. You know, we painted this game out in the beginning. We painted that entire pregame show. This game has been hyped up throughout the country all week. Both these teams are coming off losses, however, where they were favored to win as the front end goes in, makes it a 2-point game again. And you're thinking to yourself, is this game as good as it's supposed to be? 8 versus 21, but are they really 8 and 21? Both coming off losses. Grace back-to-back for the first time since 2022. Well, you watch this game today and tell me they're not as good as people say they are. Losses happen early in the season. This has been an absolute stellar game. 7:01 to play at 78-76. And this game is absolutely crazy in every way. Front end of the rim taken away by Scott. 7 minutes on the dot to play. Still a 2-point lead for Grace. Stolfutz on the near side, left side screen. Scott was open on the roll. Now he's open on the block. They go far side. Good cut. Rises up and under. No good through contact. Out of bounds. Stays with Grace. And the Crusaders can't believe it. $20 Mac on the shot clock. The Crusader faithful cannot believe that call. Grace keeps the basketball. They inbound long to Scott up top of the logo. 15 on the shot clock. Scott at the top has that pass deflected by Love. Goes off the bottom of the backboard. Taken away. Ball don't lie on the deflection. Weston veers to the middle. Had Anderson shut down. Weston at the block will hop and spin to Anderson on the wing. Back to Weston in the corner. Goes to Satchel Love inside. Working on Ian Scott. He's collapsed. Doubled on the baseline. Satchel Love jumps it away. That ball deflected by Stolfutz. Anderson able to save it. 12 on the shot clock for Anderson, being face guarded by Stolfutz up top. Anderson cuts back left, puts his left side shoulder down, goes inside, and he'll get called for the charge. And that's going to be Isaac Anderson's 3rd foul. Fouls are insane today. Grace is in the double bonus with 6:19 left. The Crusaders are right on the edge. 6:19 to play. Grace takes the ball up by 2 in the track meet known as the game of the day in the NAIA. Stolfoots on the near side wing, guarded by Weston, goes up top. Rosh hands off Stolfoots. Backdoor cut wide open. Oh my goodness. Ian Scott could have taken a sip of coffee before he took that shot. Weston on the other end, 4-point Grace lead. He drives baseline, shoves off, contact, and a block. He'll shoot 2. Grace cannot believe it. Fouls called on Brent Sikafus, who picks up his second, not in foul trouble at all. And good for Grace. He has 21 points for the Crusaders. One of their leading scorers has 4, and then Weston with 3, Anderson with 3, Young with 3. Those are some of the biggest names on this Crusader team. And they have 3 fouls. First free throw's good from Monty Weston. He had 9 points in the second half against St. Francis. He was the only thing not named Isaac Anderson that was working offensively. He's got 5 today. He's 1 of 4 from the field. He's got 6 today because he's 4 for 4 from the free throw line. He's also got 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and a quiet 2 steals. Stolfoots with a 2-point Grace lead still. The Crusaders need a stop. They're trying to even this game up at 80. Stolfoots near side for Scott. Scott goes up top, slip the screen. Sikafus, he'll rise and got it. Oh my goodness. He's 8 of 10. Sassaroga transition, he'll rise, contact, no call. They trap on the baseline, now Grace with numbers up by 5. Scott with speed, Scott tried to get it, lost on the pass, stolen by Sassaroga. Over to Young, Young has it tipped away, Young got it back, goes Anderson corner, he'll let up a 3 of his own and connects. Timeout, Noel Emenhiser converts to a media, 2-point game remains, 83-81.
Throughout your life, from big moments to ones well-earned, we're your financial guardian angel. Alliance Catholic Credit Union.
Isaac Anderson makes a big-time corner 3. Up to 14 points on his night, and Isaac Anderson is 4 of 6 from 3. The track meet continues. It's 83-81, and I don't even know if I can keep up. And that's saying something. Both teams are shooting 60% from the field and 60% or more from 3 in this second half. Neither can miss. It's going to be a matter of who cools off first. What water finds its level before? It's a 2-point Grace lead with the basketball. It's Stolfoots taking it up court. Rash fakes the handoff. He's working on Sassaroga. He shimmies in the block. Poked away by Sassaroga. Stays with Grace. The Crusaders are 4 of their last 5 from 3. Grace is 3 of their last 4. 5:02 to play in this one. It's 83-81. And if you're just now joining us on the Madonna Athletics Network, you have missed a lot. Sean Massel bringing you the action live into the comfort of your homes. Scott trying to drive baseline on Love. Scott on the basket, collapse. Goes up Rash. Rash through contact. A foul is called. And I think it's on Young. No. They call it on Immersion, his 3rd. Oh, it was close. Young was right there. And foul was on Young. That was his 4th. But it's Immersion's 3rd. Still foul trouble for the Crusaders. Every player in double digits has 3 or more fouls. McClellan, who's on the bench right now, has 4. First free throw is no good. Not a pretty release from Rosh. It's 83-81. It will remain a 1-possession basketball game. got the second, perfect as day, 84-81 the score. Weston leads the way in a one-possession basketball game. Sassaroga on the far side. Wing will hand off to Young. Young veers around. Sassaroga pops on the screen. He drives in left side, shovels to Satchel Love underneath. Love through contact, got it. Satchel Love has 12 points, 5 rebounds. It has been unreal. We're tied at 83. Sinkerfoos near side for Scott. Scott off a screen, Stolfoot, slipped the screen with Sinkerfoos, far side wing. Working on Weston, over to Scott, looking to hand it off to Sinkerfoos. Sinkerfoos snatched back at the elbow, goes out to Scott. He'll fake the three, go near side corner. It's going to be another three from the freshman. It's not even close, and this building is going to erupt soon. 4:15 to play. Weston gets away from the steal. Weston looks over the shoulder for Love. Love back out for Weston. Weston fakes the three, tries to drive inside. Good shut down from Stolfoot. 18 on the shot clock. Hits the left side screen from Sassaroga. Sassaroga pivots, goes up, double clutch through contact. No call, but it stays with the Crusaders. McClellan will check into the ball game. 84-83 the score. Emerging on the inbound up to the high post. Back out to Emerging. Give and go. Emerging under the basket. Got it. Ethan Emerging has 17 points. 85-84. Oh my goodness. Scott, touch pass, back out to Stolfoot. Stolfoot slips the screen to Scott. Scott down low, poked away, got the basketball back. Goes inside, shovels to Sefton, got it. Gage Sefton has been quiet at the big time and one. He's got 6 points and he's going to make it 7 at the line. Oh my goodness, it's 86-85 just like that. My take before this game was whoever loses probably drops a significant amount. I don't think that's the case with how these two teams are playing. The and one's converted, it's 87-85. Oh my God. Amani Weston will take the ball down court for the Crusaders. Still a one-possession basketball game. Over to Immersion. Immersion on the wing. Goes to Love up top, top of the key. Satchel Love working on Sefton. Love will pick up. Look for Young on the cut. Young cut. Love put it out to the wing. It's turned over. Isaac Anderson checks in the game for Brendan Young. Anderson back with 16 points. He has 16 points, 2 assists, a steal, and is 4 of 6 from downtown. Stolfoot leads the way with 3:16 to play. Gets the handoff back from Rash, 2-point Grace lead. Off the screen, Sinkerfoos up top. Missed a shot for once in his life. He's still 8 of 11 from 3, but a big time break. Immersion, left side screen from McClellan. Turns into a right side. McClellan goes in the post. He has a mismatch. They go Anderson. Now it's back out to Scott on McClellan. Weston up top. McClellan slips at the wing, fakes, goes baseline. McClellan spins, picks up his dribble. 12 in the shot clock. McClellan shoulder down, got the layup, no good. Stolfoot with speed the other way. Stolfoot off of Weston and out of bounds. Amani Weston got his foot in the pass lane. They wanted Rash down low. Absolute insanity at ACCU. Brendan Young will check back in after about a 40-second breather. Here's Ian Rosh with it up top. He has 15 points on 6 for 11 from the field. Scott sets a screen. Scott over to Sefton. Sefton trying to drive, kicks it back out. Stolfoot's deep 3-ball, no good off the right side of the rim. Rebound poked away, taken away by Immersion. He keeps it from going out. Over Young, Weston, McClellan. McClellan down low in transition, and a block is called on Carter Stolfoot. Free throws coming up for Matt McClellan. Double bonus. We are in for the greatest finish of the year. I would challenge you to find a game in the NAIA that is this heart racing. This is literally insane. First is good for McClellan, 87-86. Oh my goodness. That free throw off, rebound, bounce off Anderson, that's out of bounds, and it's Grace basketball. The Crusaders haven't got a single call into the basket. They thought that was the one they finally get, but it stays a 1-point Grace lead, and it's Stolfoot to lead the way. He wants a timeout. He'll get a timeout. 2:16, 87-86. This game is absolutely crazy and everything that we were told it would be here at ACCU Arena.
All right, ready, record. 2, 1, start record.
Madonna University's one-of-a-kind broadcast and cinema arts program prepares you for success. Gain hands-on experience from professors who have worked in the industry. Work in a close, team-driven environment to create high-quality video. Network with industry professionals and gain valuable connections for your future. Come learn and create with us here at
Out of the timeout. 87-86 to score with 2:15 to play. Grace with the lead and the basketball. 20 on the shot clock up top. Scott hands off Stolfik at the right side screen from Rush. Closed out by Young. They work inside to Scott down low. Got him. McClellan, the jump goes up and under. Gets a bucket. It's 89-86. Back out McClellan near side. Anderson looking for anything he can get, trying to drive baseline. Anderson goes up through contact and finally gets a call. It was a late whistle, and Grace is not happy about it because Isaac Anderson will go to the line. His first free throws of the game. That's very ironic with Isaac Anderson. His first year here at Madonna, cracked the top 10 for single season free throws. He hasn't shot a free throw today, but he's 4 of 6 from 3. That's the polar opposite of Isaac Anderson. First rattles in, back to a 2-point game. This game might come down to who has the ball last. Got it, 89-88. Who can get a stop? That's gonna be the answer. Who can get a stop? Who misses a shot? Because right now I don't know if there's an answer to either. Sefton leads the way, goes up Scott, top of the arc. Scott looks for the back door, hands off Sikafus, deep, 3 off the moving screen. No good, it wasn't even close. 93 seconds to play, 1-point game. Anderson will lead the offense up the court. Left side screen for McClellan, defender went under, over to Weston. Weston, left side screen goes right. Weston shut down McClellan, top of the arc. McClellan looking down the right side alley. He'll go into the block, working on Scott. McClellan picks up, kicks it out, Weston, fakes the pass, corner, open 3 ball, no good. Rebound taken by Grace with 70 seconds to play. Rosh goes inside on Young. He'll turn and pivot to Scott. 1 minute to play. Sikafus. Scott fakes the handoff, trying to get Sikafus on the cut. Scott looking for an outlet. Has Sikafus near side. Sikafus. Scott. 10 on the shot clock. Scott shovels. Stolfitz rolls off the screen in the middle lane. Sikafus deep. 3 ball. No good. Rebound taken away by Sefton. He rises through contact. No good. Sikafus got it again. 3-point game. Sikafus is down, landed wrong on the right side ankle. I do not believe there's a foul called on the play, and there is not. They'll check in Bryson Graber. 91-88 the score. 40 seconds to play. Timeout Madonna, and we're not going anywhere. We're staying right here. You're not missing any action. 91-88, 40 seconds to play. Madonna with the basketball and a 10-second difference shot clock and game clock in this one. And oh my goodness, the classic finish we all wanted this week. The entire time, we're gonna get it. Grace with a 3-point cushion. The way you look at it right now, if you're Madonna, you don't need a 3-pointer. And if you go to it, Young hasn't made a 3-ball today. Anderson is 4 of 6. Immersion is 3 of 6. Take out those two. The only other person to make a 3 on the Crusader roster is Shorang Graham, who is not in the game. They roll out the starting 5. Immersion, McClellan, Anderson, Weston, Young. On the other end, it's Graber, Stolfutz, Scott, Rosh, and Sefton. Young to inbound on his own basket. 10 seconds different shot clock and game clock. Weston will let it roll and take it. They work to McClellan, top of the key. McClellan looking for Anderson. They hand off Anderson. Anderson trying to drive in the left. He lost his footing. Rises with the right. Got it. Back to a 1-point game. Shot clock is turned off. You have to foul. They got to foul eventually or look for a steal. But no shot clock is on with 20 seconds, down by 1. Weston guarding Stolfutz. When will they foul? Scott near side. He's finally fouled, but that's going to be McClellan's 5th. McClellan fouls out. Ian Scott will go to the line. His first free throws of the day. He's got 17 and 10. And he's 8 of 9 from the field. He's missed 1 shot today. He's got 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. Scott Moore might have been correct. Satchel Love will check into the game. 15 seconds remain. A 1-point game. Ian Scott at the line. He has not missed anything today. He's missed 1 field goal on 9 shots. He's at the line trying to make it a 2-point game with 2 free throws. His first is perfect. It's a 92-90 ball game. Grace will send the backcourt of Graber and Stolfutz back. Immersion up in the front court, guarded by Graber. To make it a 3-point game. It will stay 1 possession either way. It's a 3-point ball game. Scott has 19. Timeout Madonna. 15.6 seconds remain. 93-90. The Crusaders are 4 of 7 from 3 in this half. They have converted 4 and 1s. There's a lot of alleys you could go up for. I don't know what they're going to draw up, but if you look at Anderson and Immersion, 7 of them made 3s, 1 made 3-pointer from the rest of the team. Young has 0. Dramatics here at ACCU in the game of the day, and it might be the game of the day at almost any level of small college basketball. (93-90). 15 seconds to play. You could cut the tension in this arena with a butter knife. This place will erupt if something happens for the gray and blue. They'll inbound under their own basket. Here we go. Gotta go the length of the court. They roll the Weston weave. Weston with 12. Weston looking on the right side. Weston to the basket. He curls under. Weston to Love. Love fakes it. 5 seconds. Weston near side. Young catch and shoot in front of his own bench. No good. Rebound. Anderson got it. And 1. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God! Anderson potentially for overtime. He got it. 93-93! Are you kidding me? Grace, the full length of the court for the win. Scott will call time with 1 second to play. Oh my God! Are you kidding me? What just happened? Oh my God. I have no words for what I just witnessed. This is the most insane thing I've ever seen, and I saw a thriller between Shawnee State and Madonna for a trip to Kansas City. Oh my God. The Crusaders will check in Shoron Graham. I have to imagine he's going to guard the inbound with the length. 1.3 seconds remain, 93-93 on an air ball three where Isaac Anderson gets an and one under the basket. I have no idea what just happened. Oh my God. .3 to play. I'd have to imagine this is Brett Sikafus or nothing else. He has 26 points and he's 8 of 13 from three. If you're Madonna, make sure you do one thing, and that's do not at all come close to fouling. Oh my God. 1.3 remains. Grace the inbound in front of the student section. It's Carter Stolfus inbound. Grace, what did they drop? Pestering, backdoor, looking for a lob off the top and out of bounds. Oh my God, Madonna has a chance now. That's a disaster. They're going to go to the half court, and they have a chance. Oh, my goodness. 1.3 remains. They put the .3 back. Madonna has the ball near half court. A chance for the win. We will go to overtime, or this place will erupt. Young, inbounds, looking for immersion. Prayer, Ethan immersion, rises, taken away by Scott. He'll let up a half court. Prayer, no good. Oh, that was close, and you could cut this tension with a knife, but it's 93 all. We're going to overtime. I don't know how.
Learn from professors who care about your success.
Prepare to succeed in a life of service to others.
Experience fulfillment in a career you love.
Madonna University. Learn more at madonna.edu.
If you missed it, I don't know what you were doing. It was 93-90 with 15 seconds left. Brendan Young sent up a prayer of a three. He missed it. Isaac Anderson caught the air ball, went up and one converted, got the free throw. We're tied at 93. We're going to overtime, and Ian Scott almost made a half-court bank shot to win at the buzzer. That's it. But here we are. This game is nuts. (93-93). We play a 5-minute overtime period in the track race known as this ball game. No Matthew McClellan to the front court as Nicola Sasaroga and Satchel Love. Crusaders win the tip. Young down the right side. He's working on the block on Scott. Young kicks out Weston. Weston with the left side screen. He goes right. Weston through two defenders. He collects back out to Anderson. 15 on the shot clock for Isaac Anderson. Lobs inside Sasaroga. Contact and a foul. He'll go shoot two. Sasaroga will shoot 2 free throws. He has 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Off the bench, he's been massive this year. Got the first. 94-93. We have ourselves a ball game. We've had ourselves a ball game for about an hour. This is insane. After that 7-0 Grace run to start, if you would have told me the score was 94-93 as the second one misses in overtime, I would have told you were on something not legal. It's the only word I can think of. As Ian Rosh leads the way up court. Stolfoot's far side. Stolfoot collapse, goes over cross arc. Rosh drives inside, kicks out, 3 ball from who else? Fouled on the 3 shot. It was Brett Sikafus. He'll shoot 3 free throws. And Anderson picks up foul number 4. Do they keep him in the game? Do they keep Isaac Anderson in the game? He has 21 points, but he's got 4 fouls. This is the first shot Sikafus has taken that's not a three since the first half, and he got it. He's got 27 points. He's 9 of 16 from the field and 8 of 14 from three. And now he's 1 of 1 from the free throw line. It's tied at 94. He gets the second. Grace up top. Grace has been ice with the free throws. They were 10 of 15 in the second half. But the Crusaders got to the line more. That's what I said they needed to do. They were 15 of 18 from the charity stripe, including the and one to force overtime. Weston down the right side alley, wants to go baseline, trying to shake. He goes through. Weston trying to go underneath the Love. Shut down, he'll turn and put a hook shot up. No good off the rim. Rebound, Satchel Love on the loose ball. He comes up with it. Back out to Anderson, 20 in the shot clock. He'll settle down. Anderson with a mismatch, working on DeGraff. Anderson back to Nicola Sasaroga down low. Sasaroga spins, turns, goes back door. That pass up in the air. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Love underneath, put the right hand hook, no good. Crusaders were 1 of 7 in their last overtime game against St. Francis. 96-94. Chance to make it 2 possessions for Grace. Inside, hop step underneath, no good. Just missed it was Rosh. Anderson, pick your poison screen, picks left. He'll leave for Weston. Weston veers off a right side slip. Weston free throw line inside. Sasaroga off the far side, but a foul. Crusaders got to the free throw line 18 times in that second half. I really think that's what you have to do. And that foul's going to be called on DeGraff. He picks up his 5th. The 6'7" lengthy wing will check out, and now the freshman, Hunter Walston, who's been magnificent today, will check in. 96-94. They changed the foul call. Ian Scott will pick up the foul. So DeGraff can stay in. Scott will pick up his 3rd foul. As Emergent will check in for Anderson, who will take a seat for the time being. Team high 21 on 7 of 13, 4 of 6 from 3. The and 1 to tie. He's got 4 fouls. He takes a seat. The Madonna team, there's 1 of their last 4 from both three-point land and the field. Grace, 1 of 7 from the field, 1 of 9. Their last 9 three-pointers. Sasaroga misses the first. This will stay a Grace lead. Sasaroga has 8 points. He's 4 of 7 from the free throw line. He's 5 of 8, from the free throw line. Back to a 1-point game with 3:30 remaining. Stolfoots will leave back for Sikafus, who has 29 points today. He's guarded by Weston up top, a clutter in the paint. They look for an off-ball screen to Stolfoots. He has on the far side wing. Stolfoots collapse, back out top to Scott. Scott kicks it out. Here's Sikafus for 30, no good. Rebound by Young. Over Immersion with a little bit of speed. Immersion with Sasaroga in the front court. He'll settle down, leave for Young. Young back to Immersion. Immersion, Sasaroga on the post. He's working on Sikafus. He has the height advantage, but can't throw the baskets to Graff. Weston up top. Weston, right side screen, he goes left. Weston veers away, he pivots to the free throw line, looking for Sasaroga in the post, 10 on the shot clock. Sasaroga, left hand, no good. Rebound bouncing around, Young will come up with it, reset 20. Immersion, Weston, left side alley, he'll drive, hop, put up the right, no good off the far side of the rim again. Overtime woes continue, 0 for 4 from the field for the Crusaders. And they'll leave, and a loose ball taken away. No, it's Scott. Sikafus, who did not want the 3 that time. DeGraff, 15 on the shot clock, over to Sikafus, into the post, looking for Rosh. On Immersion, has the advantage. Immersion stripped it. Rosh got it back, and a foul. Immersion picks up his 4th. But Rosh is 3 of 7 from the free throw line. Isaac Anderson will check back into the game. He's working with 4 fouls as well. The 3 leading scorers for the Crusaders are all in foul trouble or fouled out in the case of Matthew McClellan. First free throw is nothing but string music from Rosh. Both these teams have not made a field goal in overtime. The difference is right now, Grace is 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. Madonna's 2 of 4. That is the difference. That's the 2-point lead for the Lancers. He missed a second, rebound by Weston at the free throw line. Weston shoved from behind by Scott, but will lead the way offensively. Weston working quick behind the back, hops inside. Young, catch and shoot, 3 ball, no good off the far side, rebound Anderson. Anderson can reset with 20. Anderson in the post, he'll rise off the glass, no good. And a foul on the Crusaders. On Anderson, he's gone. 0 for 6 from the field in overtime. Anderson fouls out. Shoron Graham will check into the game. Foul trouble for every single person almost in the game, but the Crusaders especially. Now, if Anderson and McClellan fouled out in overtime, and Young is 0 for 6 from 3. .201 to play. Stolfut's on the free throw line. First is good off the right side and in. 98-95. .201 to play in the overtime period. Neither team has made a field goal in this overtime. It's been nothing but charity stripe trips. And it's now a 2-possession game. You need points if you're the Crusaders. 2 minutes on the dot to play. They trail by 4, 99-95. Over to Young. Young, right side alley, had his lane shut down. Veers away, Immersion, sets him a screen. Immersion one-on-one with Rash. Immersion trying to dance on the middle. He kicks out Graham. Shoron Graham off the bench. 3 ball from the far side. It's not even close. It stays Crusader ball. The foul's called on DeGraff on the box out. Oh, thank God. Young will go to the free throw line. He struggled everywhere. He's got 11 and 8, but it has not been a pretty 11 and 8. DeGraff fouls out. Bryson Graber will go in. Both teams with 2 players fouled out. Young at the free throw line, the double bonus. Got the first. Wasn't confident about it, but he got the first. Back to a 1-possession game, 99-96. Missed a second. Still a 3-point game. Rebound by Scott. Free throw woes continue. Stolfutz with 95. Karash hands off to Stolfutz. Grace, one more basket. Could really do detriment to this Crusader team. A stop here can make this a ball game. 99-96. Back up top, looking far side for Stolfutz. Stolfutz with 5 in the shot clock to Rosh. Rosh shook Graham, goes inside, hops away. Contact, no good on the shot. Rebound poked away by Graham into the hands of Young. Far side for Weston, 99-96. Immersion with the basketball. Now Young, he'll let it fly from outer space. No good, rebound Love. Kicks out Immersion. Immersion with 20 in the shot clock. He'll hop inside, tied up. Jump ball. It's Grace. 1:02 left in the overtime, 99-96. Grace wins the jump ball. Young moves to 0 for 7 from 3. 31-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Grace with the basketball, a bucket away from potentially a nail in the coffin. Scott will shovel and leave for Graber. Graber jabs, goes left. Graber shut down. Good rotation by Love and Young. Over the far side, Stolfutz, 10 on the shot clock. Stolfutz back out to Scott. Backdoor cut, wide open. Rash stripped away, but a foul. It's 99-96. 37 seconds remaining. Rash will go to the line. Grace in the driver's seat. Rash has been inconsistent from the line today, but has maintained getting at least 1 of 2 on every trip. 1 of 2 here would be huge to keep it or make it a 2-possession ball game. He got the first, perfect as day. Grace has now hit the century mark. They've won the foot race. .196 with 37.9 to play in overtime in the game of the day of the NAIA. Insanity, Rash got the second. It didn't look nice out of the hand, but he got it. 5-point game, and now the Crusaders need a bucket. The inbound to Graham, who will leave the Weston. 7-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Weston, double pick your poison screen, goes left, trying to drive baseline, cuts back in, goes inside. Contact and a foul. Didn't get a shot off. He was shoved aside. But they call it on Bryson Graber in 101-96. Weston will go to the free throw line. Neither team has made a field goal this overtime. The difference right now is Grace is 8 of 9 from the charity stripe. The Crusaders are 3 of 6. That's the difference. Both teams 0 for 4 and 0 for 8. Weston gets one big time, and Crusaders check in. 2 players off their bench. and Kyle Havens and Jermaine Davis. Right now it's just Havens. I think they're going to use Havens to get a foul call here and play free throws. Weston trying to make it a one-possession game. He will. 101-98. Jermaine Davis will check into the game. Davis and Havens, I believe, are just going to foul the minute someone touches the basketball. The Crusaders are going to prolong this as much as possible and try to make Grace beat them anywhere else. Grace will inbound. They know what they're doing. They try to get it away. Over on the far side, 26. They got to get a foul going their way, and Young will have to do it himself. Picks up foul number 4 on Brendan Young. The Crusaders' plan was spoiled. Grace read right through it. They'll send Graber up to the line, who is 6 points, 2 of 5 from the field. He's 2 of 2 from the charity stripe. Graber got the first 2-possession game once again. Davis and Havens check out. Immersion and Weston check in. Unreal ball game today. 102-98 Grace. 102-98 it stays. A chance. Here's Weston. Weston, no shot clock with 20 in the game clock. Get the left side screen. Weston cuts back, trying to go up the middle, trying to get contact. He will not get a call. Rebounds taken away and no call again. And that might do it. Sikafus fouled by Immersion. He's gone. And Grace, with 8 seconds left, leads by 4 and will walk away with a big time win. Wow. I don't even know what to say. 102-98. What we have witnessed today is insanity. Sikafus for 30. He has 29 points. He's a perfect 3 of 3, 4 of 4 from the charity stripe. 103-98. He stays at 30 as it stays a 5-point game. Young trying to go full into the court. 5 seconds to show Ron Graham. Graham will collect, hoist a 40-footer, no good. Rebound, Davis will put it up, and it's in before the buzzer. So it's back to a 3-point game. Inbounded, that's the ball game. 103-100, the final score here in Livonia. Oh my goodness, a classic in overtime that was nothing but free throws. And this one ends in favor of Grace. Number 8, Grace comes into ACCU and delivers a classic to break up their 2-game skid. The Crusaders are on their own 2-game skid. I don't know what the rankings hold with this one, but a classic both ways. 103-100, the overtime battle, the overtime track meet goes in favor of the red and black. Sean Massa on the Madonna Athletics Network, thank you for making me and the entire Madonna Athletics Network a part of your absolutely gorgeous Friday evening.